A few weeks ago, I had a very interesting conversation with an individual who was interested in applying for the DBA program. He was describing his job and specifically the research that he did on a daily basis for his clients. It was a form of legal research which involved going through tax codes and other legal documents, attempting to figure out whether a particular activity on the part of his client was legal or not. Now, I found some interesting things as I was talking to him. First, a lot of the activities that he described are very similar to some of the activities that I would do as an academic researcher. Nevertheless, most academic researchers in business would probably not describe what he was doing as research the way we normally use the term. That led me to further think that it's really important that the individuals entering our DBA program share a common understanding with us about what we mean by research. Now, unfortunately, even we faculty members don't necessarily have a common understanding of research, but at least it's useful to get some different perspectives. My personal perspective on research is that research describes any investigation intended to help us better understand and describe the natural or social worlds around us. Now, I have a very broad definition of research, which is to say that I include not only the understanding of these words, but also the description of these words. Because if you find things by doing an investigation but are completely unable to communicate them, then your research turns out to be very sterile because it never gets used. Now, I would also add one further qualification when we talk about academic research, and that is that the research that we're doing needs to be rigorous. And by rigorous, what I mean is that the research needs to have an appropriate design, it needs to ask challenging questions, and it needs to be systematic. You can't just cherry pick the examples that you want. You have to look at a broad a sample as possible before drawing any conclusions. If we think about what you're going to be learning in the DBA program, rigorous research is going to be the fundamental skill that we are trying to impart. Where we differ from the more traditional PhD program is that our goal is not to have you do this research so that you can publish in a top-tier referee journal. Instead, we're trying to teach you the techniques that we use, teach you the attitude of conducting rigorous investigations so that you can apply them to your own organizational situation and to your own job. And it is the notion of applying this research to your own benefit, which is where the DBA program diverges significantly from other PhD programs.